What are you doing? What's going on over here? You having fun with your friends? Hanging out with his fish friends. Having the time of his life. Hey, what's up, Garden Friends? Jeff, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm great. I was set up over here to do an unboxing. I'm sure it's in the title. Mountain Crest Gardens. It is just too dang hot. So, got set up over here under the table, under the shade. Feels much better. I have a lot of projects going on. That's always the case with the table. So, just get used to it. Things may seem messy, but I'm working with absolutely everything that's out here today. That's why it's here. Not relevant to this, though. Fragile Live Plants, Mountain Crest, Ultimate Succulent Store. I placed this order because I have a few succulent planters I've wanted to get done. One of them I've done on the channel before. It's a huge clamshell, faux clamshell. It takes a lot of succulents to get that one done. And then I actually ended up already doing this one. I got impatient, so I just went to the store and grabbed some like big flats of what they call the steppables, which I wouldn't step on, but you know what I mean. The sedums to pack in around these echeverias. I may pull this or pull these now and film with the new succulents. I don't know. So there was that planter that I already did, the clamshell, and then I have wanted to get some new Sempervivums in the ground and just have an area. I have some problem areas really where things are more dry. They get a good block of morning sun and afternoon shade where I think that some hardy succulents would do really well, and that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. See me trying to cover my address. I cut it. There were so many on the top and missed one on the side. Mountain Crest. Great company if you like succulents and cactus. They have a huge selection. And what I love about them is that you can order things in bulk and get big variety packs for a pretty reasonable price. So that's what's in here. There are a few things that I ordered just with the intent of wanting specific plants. And the rest are going to be some assortments. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot. This is a big order. It's a big clamshell. It takes a lot of succulents to fill it. I think it's 30 inches, something like that. It's huge. Very large shell. Oh, it looks like they have both the boxes taped together here, which is nice. It makes handling much easier. Do I know? Should I just cut into the top? No, I should go ahead and separate them. I'll separate them out now. It'll make things easier when it's time to open up the next one. Okay. Yeah, that'll peel apart. Are there any more dresses taped up here? No. All right. We'll dive into this one first. I have been waiting for this for such a long time. They didn't take a long time to send it. I just filled up a cart quite a while ago, and it was taking me a while. Bump the camera there, sorry. Took me a while to get around to placing the order. So I wanted to be sure that I was getting exactly what I wanted. Didn't want to have to place multiple orders. You know how that goes. You an overthinker like me? If so, then you know what I'm talking about. That's nice. A box within a box. Not crazy about packing peanuts. They're a pain to dispose of, but that's okay. I'll hold on to them, find something to do with them, put them away someplace where the wind won't get to them. And this is probably the smartest way to ship these things. It's a box within a box. Keep them more sturdy that way. It's going to be a big, beautiful... I was hoping for some big, beautiful moment of just, oh, succulents. They're in there. They're just under the packing peanuts. And paper. There's paper in there, too. The little buckets going to come in handy here. I can just scoop these and get them in there. Luckily, the wind's died down some. Oh, there goes one. That didn't take long. I'm already losing them. Don't worry. Any packing peanuts that go flying, we'll go get them. I'm not going to let them get loose and become feral. Okay, I went ahead and I got the peanuts out of the other box too so that we can just move right on from this one so you get through it. The paper doesn't bother me. In fact, the paper is a nice touch. I like the paper. This feels nice. Good paper, and you can see all the color underneath there. Oh, this is exciting. I can't wait to pull these out. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this here. Maybe I just work my way this way? They're packaged very well. Nothing in here should be damaged, that's for sure. Man, there's gonna be paper everywhere. Oh, I just did so much talking it wasn't even recording. Okay, well, I pulled a whole bunch out. I was saying that I'm pretty sure that this is the ultimate variety pack. Looks like there's a Pearl von Nuremberg, I'm guessing Echeveria in here. It's a good variety. This is the 50. So there's 50 different assorted succulents in here. I'm going to go ahead and unpack them all, and then we'll have a look at them, because I think it would just take an eternity if I were to go through and unpack them one at a time and show them to you individually. video would be very, very long. That was fun. Very satisfying. Look at these. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, I was standing up. Thought it was in frame. Look at that. They look great. Nice variety here. There's 50, which I've mentioned multiple times. They need some dusting. You're gonna have to, blow them off and give them a gentle watering here. I have them in a tray that has holes on the bottom, so it's gonna help keep them in place. I need to make sure to keep all of these separated from the rest that I'm going to open, because I'm pretty sure the rest of everything are succulents that are supposed to be hardy. So I don't want to mix them up. It does look like there are some Sempervivums in here. And sorry, the ferns in the background keep blowing over. Sempervivums, Echeverias, different crassulas. There's some Haworthias. Anything that really stands out is like my favorite. There was one. This one right here. Look at this one. Look at it. Isn't that stinking cute? That one's nice. Has really nice shape to it. I'm always a sucker for anything with the rosette shape to it. So hard to lose when you got rosette shapes. I think there were only 2 Haworthias in here, which I was a little disappointed by. And plenty of different crassulas. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything that's going to trail, but that's okay. I'm just happy with the color palette that's in here. Everything looks good and healthy. I was hoping for a little bit more vibrancy, but hey, that's okay. They have a pack you can choose on the website that's like for people who want something really, really colorful and vibrant, which I didn't choose. I just chose the ultimate pack because I figured that would come with the best assortment. And I can see there are some different reds in here, and there's some nice tones of orange. See the tones of orange down in there. So this is good. That's what I was hoping for. Nice selection of color. Yeah. But these look good. I'm going to need to keep these in the part sun. Really, I'm going to keep them in part shade. For now, they've just been in a box. So I'm going to give these a drink. I'm going to say this with everything. Everything I unpack, I'm going to give a nice drink and then let them just sit and chill for a few days. And then I'll get into planting them up. I was hoping to do the clamshell planter in this video, but I already do think it'd be best to just wash everything off to help clear the gunk out of them from the insides there and then start playing around with them. Okay, box number 2. I mentioned I already went through and pulled some of the packing peanuts out of this one. Not all of them, but just enough to make it easier to get some of these guys out. We got a box within a box. Maybe that means there's more packing peanuts in there. The paper over there. Another box within the box. And then it looks like there are some succulents over here that are just packed loosely. Wonder what's in here. Who are you? Oh! Alright, don't unpack them that way. It's okay. It'll be all right. It's going to be fine. It has a label. The label says, oh, this is a Symponium. These are neat. These are neat plants. I'm looking forward to talking about these. Hopefully I didn't just kill it. I didn't kill it. You guys know, succulents are tough. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. It's not like it got overwatered. It just fell down. That's all. A whole bunch of little guys down here. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Those colors. That's a beautiful Sempervivum. I got Echeverias in my mind. All right, 2 more. Be more careful. Just open it this way this time. Let's not turn it upside down like an idiot. That's got great color to it. Talk about that some more. Oh no, there's 2 more in here. Oh yeah, Check Charms. This is an awesome one. I already had some of these ordered in from a local nursery. I wasn't sure if they were going to come in or not, so I ordered some from them too. Lotus Blossom. It's a really pretty one from Check Charm. And Sempervivum. Get used to that. I bet I'm going to do that throughout the rest of this video. Okay, and then another Sempervivum. Almost called an Echeveria. There we go. Got the fun little stuff done down there. Now, let's go ahead and break into the boxes. Or wait, would you rather I talk about these things first? I would understand if that were the case. So there are, I think, just 2 of these, right? Just 2 of the Symponiums. These are a cross between Aeonium and a Sempervivum, which is a pretty neat concept. I don't know much about growing them. I've never tried them before. This one here is called Sienna. So you can see it has more of a green and then a reddish undertone, some flecking on the foliage. And then this one right here is called Vortex and has a much darker foliage to it. From what I've seen in the pictures, it looks like they still fan out and get pretty broad, a pretty broad rosette. I don't think they're going to get the nice stems on them, at least not as quickly as an aeonium would. The reason I got them is because I'm really curious about the cold hardiness. What does that do to the cold hardiness? Because aeoniums can take some cold. They shouldn't take too much frost, but they can take some. Just not for a very long time. Want things to warm up right away. And it's all about moisture, right? Just don't want it to be wet while it's cold. But, you know, Sempervivums, they can take a ton of cold. So I mostly just got these out of curiosity. I like to grow them out and get them to the point where they have some offshoots that I can divide up and then take those offshoots, offsets, and plant them out and see what they do in the cold. Right. And the rest of these over here are Sempervivums that I got strictly because I thought they sounded really cool from their descriptions, but I don't have their descriptions memorized. So I will look those up and we'll do that at the end of the video. All I really remember was that the Lotus is just, it's a really nice one. Really nice. This one's, you know, seen better days, but the coloration on it, they're just fantastic. You know, really, really, really pretty Sempervivum. That might be one of my favorites, depending on its growth habit. Yeah, we'll get to those towards the end and go through the assortments right now, because there should be, I believe, 2 different assortments of cold hardy. So yeah, hardy varieties. That's right here. That's labeled. Was the other one labeled? I don't know. I just looked and I don't see a sticker on it, but I don't want to mess with it too much because the window's starting to pick up. I'm trying to manage all the paper and peanuts that are moving around out here. Got the paper out and have a better, I guess a better look would be if I'll take them out. I think there's probably a more efficient, less messy way to do this. I'm just gonna peel the box open this way. That way I can shift them out. A little difficult to reach down from the top and pull these guys out. Oh, it's nice. Look at that. Look at all the hairs on that one. Pretty cool. I think they're beautiful. Let's say, what do you think? First, let me tell you what I think. I think this is an awesome selection. So there are 20 here. I don't have them laid out into probably the most appropriate columns because I want to keep the Sempervivums together and then keep all of the sedums in the back. And there's some really neat looking sedums in here too. Look at that one. Very petite and squat. And then this thing. I don't even know what that is. Is that even a sedum? Is it one of those, what's it called, an Oristachys? I think that's a thing. These guys right here, they could use some water. The nice tricolor variegation. That pretty kind of blue spruce looking one. And then this guy. Fun, nice texture. And then the rest of everything are Sempervivums. A really great selection of Sempervivum. Like, look, they even got like the tiny little cobwebby baby kind. The ones that form more of a dense carpet. And then some of the ones that have some good coloration. This one has a great color on it. It looks a little bit like that gold nugget one you see from Chick Charms all the time. I don't know if that's what it is. Just saying. It's kind of what it looks like. Got a big cobweb back here. Some people like these. Some people hate them. I kind of like them. I think it's a neat texture. They just have a lot of interest. There's so much good color here. Very happy with the selection. And I was very curious with that because they had the option on the website to do the hardy succulent pack and then just a pack of like assorted Sempervivums. So I ordered one of each. I was just going to do the Sempervivums, but I thought, well, maybe with the hardy succulent pack, you'll get more variety, right? And yeah, there were 6 different sedums or whatever they are in there. Maybe it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. And this one right here, it's all Sempervivums. Yes, that's what that means. And it's looking like it's going to be a pretty similar assortment to what was in there with the other, but I'll unpack them and have a better look at them. And there it is. There's the rest of them. The other 20 from the Sempervivum pack. They look pretty good. I like the colors. It's a good variety. I was hoping for another one of those gold nugget looking ones. This one right here, but that's okay because that just looks like the Chick Charm gold nugget. I can find that for sale just about anywhere. It's one of the reasons I like Mountain Crest Gardens because they have a wide selection of plants that I don't see at the nurseries all that often. They have the Chick Charms, which I see pretty much everywhere now, but as far as Sempervivums go, you just never get this many to play around with. Not usually this many choices. There's some nice colors in here. Look at that one. The way the sun's hitting it. That's beautiful. And this one back here with the tips. I like the tips. Looks neat. You know, when you see a Sempervivum, that's been freshly unpackaged, you got to take it all with a grain of salt, because these things look wildly different throughout different times of the year based on light and temperature. So when they're more cool, they might have more of those green tones. So when they're getting a lot of sun, they might have some more red, and then you have the sun and the cool, and they can color up very nicely, and they can even change their shape. When things get really, really cool, not just cool, but frigid outside, sometimes they'll shrivel a little bit, look desiccated, but then they spring right back to life. Yeah, I'm thrilled with this. I think it's an awesome selection. It should be enough to fill that thing up. It's big. That is a very large shell, but there should be enough to work with here. May look a little bit sparse when I first get it planted up, but these are all plants that should spread and offset. And then I have the fillers behind me, not the fillers, but the ones that are not as cold tolerant. I can pack those in and really make that thing look really good. Great description there. Okay, we can move on now and talk about the ones that I said I'd talk about earlier. The Charloenses, that's this one right here. This one, oh, pardon the water droplets. Do I need to explain? I gave everything a quick rinse because they were so covered in dirt, which is fine. That's just part of shipping plants, but there was so much soil on them that I thought it might be getting in the way of being able to tell how beautiful everything how beautiful everything is. The Charloenses, this one right here, beautiful. It gets big. That's the reason I got this one. It's supposed to be, I think what they said, I'll put it up here on the screen, but like one of the truly hardy of the ones that get really big. And it sounds like it has some nice color to it. It's supposed to be one that offsets readily. Not all Sempervivums offset all that quickly. Sometimes it takes them a while. They aren't always that vigorous. So to find one that is larger and colorful, because a lot of the large ones tend to, at least where I live, if you're going to grow a very large Sempervivum, they tend to just be that really deep red tone, which is beautiful, but that's about it for the really big ones. And they don't offset immensely in the beginning. It takes a while, and then they start to spread very quickly. I don't know. This will probably be the same, would be my guess, that it'll start to spread and look real nice. Okay, who's next? This one has a little flower on it. Oh, but I should mention first, the thing that drew me to this wasn't just the size, is that this one, to me, looked the most like an Echeveria. Maybe there'll be pictures. I'm pretty sure I should have put pictures of it by now, but here it is again. Isn't it beautiful? Doesn't it look like an Echeveria when they get those really nice pale pinkish purple tones on the tips? That was the main thing. Really big, and it's going to have that Echeveria look to it. I'm an Echeveria sucker. The rosettes, period. I love them. Okay, the Adeltruid? Is that how you say that? Not quite sure. It looks like it's getting ready to offset. The reason I got this one was because it looks really pretty. They say with really nice bright light, this one gets some palish pink to red water markings on the foliage. I don't see anything in the description about its offsetting or really anything other than this one looks really cool. Doesn't it look really cool? Look, that's just a neat looking Sempervivum. Not like something you would normally see. I don't see them that often where they'll have the banding on them. I feel like I used to, but it's just not as common. Maybe they're being held back for collectors, or maybe they're just not good offsetters. I don't know. But I'm sure that that's also something that's probably seasonal. It's not a color that they're more than likely going to keep all year. That's rarely the case with any of them. Usually their colors shift around. I already talked about that. So it'll be neat to see this one grow up and get those patterns on it. The pattern on it reminded me of, bromeliad. Something really fun and tropical. Cryptanthus, like a Cryptanthus bromeliad. Okay, what's this one? Ginger? No, not ginger. Grig's Surprise. This is a very cool one. I was so happy to see that they were selling this one. The Grig's Surprise is also known as the monstrosum. It's a monstrose type of Sempervivum. Can you see what that means? So the leaves grow into a quill. They're got little spikies on the end of them. They look like they're full of water. Really, they're just folded around and into themselves. A really neat appearance to them. They get that nice purplish tip on them. Sometimes there's a little green tip on top of the purple tip. And it's just a pretty hard to find, I don't see it for sale that often anyways, type of Sempervivum. Don't know if this is as cold hardy. Not sure about that one. It's just kind of like with the last one, the Adeltruid. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but similar, where I don't know the cold hardiness on it. I don't know how well they offset, anything like that. I just know that they're really neat looking, and I'm looking forward to experimenting with it. Playing around with all of these. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to need to remember to take the ones that I ordered specifically, other than the lotus. The lotus is fine. The lotus can hang out with everything else, but the others, I should probably pot those up with their own thing, like put them in their own little pots and let them spread out and do their own thing. That or, I don't know, just be very careful about where I put them in the container and keep a label on them at all times. That way I don't forget what's what. Yeah, there it is. A nice, fun selection of succulents. Lots of color, lots of texture. It's going to be so much fun to play with these. Don't think I really need to keep these separate. These look nothing like those. Now there are some Sempervivums in there. I know I saw some at some point. I don't know where they went, but I'm pretty sure there's some Sempervivums in the mix that I could pull out. Or maybe not, who knows? I'll probably do a centerpiece with a Mangave or maybe a smaller type of agave, one that's probably an offshoot of something to be hardy to them. It's like, I don't need to think about all those things right now. Like I said, I'm going to give these a few days before I start messing with them too much. And it seems like the right thing to do, right? Before you start tearing at them, give them a chance to rehydrate, let them take a break. They'll be getting bright morning light, afternoon shade. They've been watered, so I probably won't water them again between now and when I plant them up, unless, I don't know, the area actually is fairly dry. So maybe I will. It depends on when I get around to it, but you get the point. Lots of fun stuff here to play with. All kinds of neat, cold hardy succulents. I love that. I mean, they're just Sempervivums, but there's a nice variety here. Look at, you got, you know, this one right here with the red and then the green, and you got this one here with the green and then the red. The inverse patterns going on. Some of them are hairy, some of them aren't. Sedums are neat. These two look like they might be the same. No, not quite. Very similar though. And most of these, not all, but most of these should be pretty sturdy and fairly vigorous. They all should offset pretty readily. I don't know about the more specialized types, but I'm just assuming the ones that they would ship out in a variety pack probably offset, I would think, easily, wouldn't you? Should be vigorous. Hey, thanks for hanging out. That's going to do it. Got plenty of stuff here. Talked about a lot of fun stuff. Like I said, I have more of these on the way. Oh, did you break? It's like you got a little piece that snapped off here. That's okay. That's all right. Tuck that back down into the soil. It'll get going into a whole new plant, which is good because the top one's looking not rough, but odd. Sometimes that happens when you breed these things for the really cool, intense colors. Sometimes you get some interesting growth habits to them. I've been wondering about the lotus. It's one that I've been seeing online, the lotus blossom, but I had yet to see it in person. I never see it anywhere, so that's why I ordered a few of them. I ordered, like I said, one from them, and I had 3 more coming in from somewhere else, a local nursery that I placed an order through. Be interested to see the differences between them. All right, hey, thanks for hanging out. If everybody's doing well, having a great day, great life, and everything's just going absolutely beautifully for you. Comment down below. What are some of your favorites, some of your favorite cold hardy succulents to play around with? Maybe mention what zone you're in. That could be helpful to people. Do you have favorite types of Sempervivums? Do you like the webs? Some people love them, some people hate them. I like them all. Anything with a rosette, I'm into it. All right, as always, and most importantly, everybody, keep on growing. Bye-bye.